Hey, entrepreneurs, how's it going? It's Coach Alicia here. Happy Wednesday. And so just want to jump on here and basically, just share a little thought I had yesterday. And I thought it'd be a good conversation for us to have. So first and foremost, again, I want to just thank you all for showing up, for being a participant and being a part of this community. I think it's important for us to help each other and support each other. And so if you have wins, let's share those wins. If you're struggling, share about that. If you are, maybe you need some help with something or you have an AI question that I can answer, drop it in the comments. I'm here to help you. But first and foremost, let's help each other because that's again, that's how we basically help us each other move our businesses along, right? By sharing, the knowledge that we learn or wins or struggles, we can definitely help each other. So, with that being said, I was yesterday walking and I had this thought. And this thought was simply, oh, let me turn this off. The thought was simply that, I was thinking to myself and about business as usual. I'm always usually thinking about business. I'm always, in that mindset. And when I'm in that mindset, I can oftentimes think, man, I'm hard on myself. I'm like, you know, you should be a lot. I was talking to myself that Alicia, you should be a lot further, right? You should be a lot further in this journey with this business. You should be making a lot more moves. The school group should be a lot bigger. And you know, I could have went down that rabbit hole and I could have stayed on that trajectory of thinking, right? But I had to catch myself. Again, I remember a mentor once telling me, like, when you are writing out your goals for your business, what are the true goals of that business, right? Obviously, you want to create, for me, my key things are family, but I want to create freedom and flexibility and have the type of money where, my family can do amazing fun adventures. That's what we love and live for, right? So, with that being in mind, you know, I've I have, there's never no such thing as balance, right? It's very hard to find balance in life, but you can find if you truly look deeply and think about what you truly want out of life and in within your business and in your life, things can happen. They can the way you go about conducting yourself and your business, you can have all those things, right? Maybe not all at the same time, but if you truly map it out and execute on a daily basis to work towards those goals, where, for me, like I said, I want to have a business where I can work remotely, help people. That is one of my missions to help others, to be their best and, maximize their strengths within their business, but also spend quality time with my family doing adventure, fun, crazy stuff like hiking, biking, camping, RVing, all that great stuff. So, each of you right now may have your own goals. And if you've been hard on yourself lately, you have to think really, is that thought realistic? Is it really true? Are you not moving, progressing forward? Sometimes maybe we do get in that where we don't execute, we do not work on our business like we should. We make the excuses and we self sabotage. Or are you in a place where you are executing daily and it's just taking time? It's like planting seeds. You have to plant the seeds, you got to water those seeds, and, in time, those seeds will flourish and you will have a very abundant, garden, right? Whereas, I think that's where I'm at. I'm putting in the work and I just had to catch myself. Hey, Alicia, you are winning. You do have some wins. Maybe you can button stuff up a little bit tighter where you can start executing maybe a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I'm still winning and you got to be proud of that. So if you're in that situation, you have to ask yourself, are you procrastinating or are you winning? And you're just not really, acknowledging those small wins, right? Because those are necessary. You have to acknowledge those. And so with that being said, again, the main thing I want to drive home is have your goals. What is it that you want to accomplish within your business? What is that you want to accomplish for yourself in your personal life? Because they do have to mix, right? I know at some times it becomes a little imbalanced, but at the end of the day, you have one life. I know for me, I know one thing I don't want to replicate, and I know it's heavily preached, and I may get some unlikes here, but the grind, always being on the grind, I guess at this point in my life, for this business, I don't want to be there 100% because again, I have a family, I have a partner that I love and I want to make sure that I am, doing my role and responsibility as a mom and partner, right? Family to me right now is my high priority. My business is a high priority too because it's something I love, I'm passionate about. But at the same time, I have to ask myself, am I willing to sacrifice time with my family to, dedicate to business? And again, you have to find your way. It's like water, right? It'll flow through rocks and the creek. That's how I see business, right? And again, the way I run my life and my business is maybe completely different from you. There's people that just want to just grind all the time. Hey, that's okay. That's what you want. Fantastic. Go after it. But you just have to decide what kind of person do you want to be? How do you want to show up in your life for yourself, for your family, if you have a family or friends, your community, and your business, right? And there's seasons. That's a whole nother topic. There's seasons. There may be seasons where you're just grinding away and then you take a little bit of break. But again, when you own a new business, it's always hard not to grind. But all I have to say is do what you feel is best for your situation. We are here to support you as a team. And again, write down those goals. What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish in all those different areas of your life? All right, team, you guys have a great Wednesday. Thanks so much for, just showing up and be you. Again, share your wins, share your struggles, share any encouragement that you can give the team. Let's do this. Bye-bye.